Hello guys, so today we are here to solve our daily lead code challenge for the day. This challenge is finding pairs with a certain sum. In this we are given two arrays as input, and what we have to do. So let's get into the problem statement. It says that you are given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2. Okay, so we are given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2. You are tasked to implement a data structure that supports queries of two types. So we have to implement a data structure, okay, and the behavior that it supports is that it can add a positive integer to an element at a given index. It can add a positive integer to an element at a given index in the array nums2, not in the first array, in the second array. Okay, and then it has to count the number of pairs. Ij are the indexes of the two arrays, and it has to count such indexes, so that nums1i plus nums2j equals a given value. So value is also given, okay, and we have to count the pairs. Okay, so this thing could be done in several ways, but if you notice in the constraints, the length of this first array is only 1000 and the second array is 10 to the power 5. Okay, so nested loop structure, like first we iterate through the first array, and then in that loop for the first array we again loop into the second arrays. It will be kind of 10 to the power 8 time complexity solution, which will, definitely it is going to give TLE. So to avoid that, what we will do that, we will use fast lookup data structure, so that as soon as we hit the second, as soon as we uh, find an element in the first array, we look in the second array whether there is a total minus first array element, that value is existing in the second array or not. So what we need to do, that we need to use a fast lookup data structure which should be already having all the values of the second array. So in order to avail that, we need to have, first of all, we need to have int array nums1 nums2, then one int n1, which is the length of this first array, and then we need to have a map of integer. Map is the fast lookup structure, and it performs lookup in the O1 time, constant time. So we are going to use this map, and then here what we will do, this dot nums1 is equal to nums1, this dot nums2 is equal to nums2, this dot n1 is equal to nums1 dot length, and then we will call the method populate. Okay, this will populate the map with the elements of the, it will store in the map the frequency count of the elements of the second array. Okay, so we need to have a method called populate. So let's define one method which is going to be private. It will not return anything, but it will be populate. Its name is populate. Okay, and what we will do, that we will go through the elements of this second array. Okay, and then we will do map dot put I, map dot get or default I 0 plus 1, like this. So this will populate the map, and Once we have this, now we need to do add. Okay, so how to implement the add? So add is going to a positive integer to an element of a given index in the array nums2. Add is going to, so let's say int val is equal to nums2 index plus we can use shortcut notation also. Then in the map we will put map dot merge this val 1 integer sum. This will update the val, but we need to remove the older index also. So how are we going to do that? So to do that, map dot merge nums of 2 index, because this element now is going to be changed, so we'll be decrementing it, and the method will be the same like this. Okay, so I hope this add method is clear, because since we are not just adding, so also we need to save it in the nums2 of index is equal to val. Okay, and it would be more elegant if we just save this one rather than the val. So use that. Okay, now the thing is that we need to use this, implement this count. So how many such pairs are there which has the value total? So what we will do, that we will create one count variable, and then current total is equal to total. Okay, and then we will loop through the elements of this first array. Int I is equal to 0, I less than. So this can easily access this n1. n1 is a class instance variable, so it can access that. And what we will do, that we will put a check if current total but did not, this need not be like this. We can just directly say map dot contains key dot minus nums1 first array ith element. If it contains, then what we'll do, we'll increment the count with the value of map dot get dot minus nums1 I. So we can save this as well. Key to be found, and then we can use this key. Okay, Mhm. And at the end we can just return the count like this. So let's just run this and see how it performs. Count should be initialized with the value 0. Yes. In Java we have to initialize the variables, the local variables for sure. Null pointer exception get our default, because this dot map is null, so we have to initialize this map as well. Okay, so let's just run this now. I for I yeah, this is now working fine. Okay, now we'll just submit this. Perfect. So it is not the fastest, but it is one of the easiest implementation of this, and straightforward implementation of this. I hope you liked it. With this, I'm thanking you. Thanks a lot. Happy coding. Best wishes.